Hello, Ian here from Ian Pringle VoiceOver. I've got a tip for you. If you're about to get a new employee starting your business, one of the first things you'll have to do is take them through the employee handbook. You'll need to get them to read the policies and procedures documents that go with that particular job. Some of them can be great and some of them can perhaps be a little bit tedious, but they need to be there because it's legal information that you need to impart to new employees. So maybe some of it might be about data management. Something that maybe looks a bit like this. Not exactly the most interesting document in the world to read. And what will happen sometimes is because of that, people may not take it in, especially as this is early on in the start of their career with you. And they may have a lot of other things going on in their mind. They'll be taking on lots of information as they work with you and learn their new role. So here's something that you can do. Taking that same piece of information, that same piece of paper that you just looked at, now read through it.
Introduction. The Data Protection Act 1998 sets out basic principles that any data controller must adhere to. That is, a person or organization controlling the use of personal data. Any person who processes personal data must comply with the 8 enforceable principles of good practice that personal data must be fairly and lawfully processed for limited purposes, adequate, relevant, and not excessive, accurate, not kept longer than necessary, processed in accordance with the data subject's rights, kept secure, and not transferred abroad without adequate protection.
So I hope that what you've noticed is, through the use of voiceover and a narrator reading the words off the page, it just gives life to them that perhaps weren't there to begin with. So this means that not only does it help the individual take it in, because actually they're receiving that information in 2 different ways. They're receiving it visually by looking at the document, but they're also receiving it orally. So they're more likely to take in the important information in the document. As well as that, the narrator does a good job of performing the document. So they bring it to life, and therefore, because the narrator sounds like they're interested in what's in the content of that document, then the person reading it will also feel more engaged in what they're looking at. So there you go. Thank you.